I feel like you've recently figured it out. You've recently figured it out. There was a trigger moment. There was a moment that helped you to realize exactly why things, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, have caused you to kind of be in this loop, or have caused you to kind of have these repeating patterns. But there's something that has clicked in place. There was a pattern that you have noticed was a pattern, and you have the keys in that whole realization of this pattern being a pattern, or this cycle being a cycle. At the same time, the solution came to you. I feel like you are the type of person who holds this certain level of beauty that they hold within inside of them, that everybody has access to, but you have just been tapping into it, or have had access to it a lot longer than some of these individuals who do have access to it, but it's still laying dormant within them. Your capacity to love past what, you know, some people would deem as humanly possible is something that should be studied. It's something that should be looked at as like a very rare jewel. Okay. And I feel like for a lot of you, romantic relationships, even those of you that are in partnerships, you have noticed that the reciprocal energy that you have been wanting to receive out of any connection, I do see very much romantic, but even so platonic, you have not received to the same capacity or degree that you've wanted to receive it. And I feel like for some of you, the reason why you had to go through this process of not receiving it was to see, to even your own extent of how much love you do have and can give, even though you've had to go through lesson after lesson, realizing that the people you was giving this love over to, or extending this love to, were not able to meet you at the depths of how deep you could love. They didn't still have that same capacity to pass that over to you. Okay, the capacity for you to love was nowhere near the capacity that they could even fathom was possible for them to be loved by somebody. When you love someone deeply. When you care about someone, you really show care. You are tender to them. You are attentive to them. You are understanding to them. And sometimes, and for some of you, that has been taken advantage of. For some of you, that has been seen as a weakness. However, people don't realize that that was never a weakness for you. It was your ultimate strength, which is why you've been able to thrive the way that you have thrived, okay? Which is why your life has planned out and, worked out in miraculous ways people can't understand. And it's because that you are a being of love, and you walk with this attitude of, in all things there is love, do all things with love, act from a place of love. Your whole existence is based on the basis of love. Okay. And for those of you that are in a space of being single, I feel like there is a lot of divine unions that are coming in, connections between two people, soul contracts that are coming in. But the love that you're going to have in these unions, or these connections that are coming in, both romantic and platonic, it's not just about the love that you hold for each other. There is something about that this energy is going to help to kind of transform situations, the people, and even this realm as we know it. There's something about your love being so strong, it literally shakes, shifts, and transforms people, rooms, places, entities, energies, and even fucking objects. There is just something about your love between you and another person, especially because they're going to be meeting you on the exact same level and hold the exact same depth of how you love. There's something about this love being so strong, so magnetic, so expansive, that those who are not even anywhere near the level that this love is radiant, or near this, or at this frequency that this love is radiating at, cannot even be in your same vicinity, cannot even be in the same space of you, shit, not even in the same timeline. There is something about literally like the love that you share with another, people being in the same vicinity as this love, it is literally cracking their heart spaces wide open, meaning that they're around you and all of a sudden they are in tears and they can't understand why. It's because the love that you share with this person, and when it's displayed either in public or them just simply being around you in the same space as you, their hearts are being cracked wide open. There's something about this love healing people from distances. There's something about this love literally like changing communities and cities as we know it, this expansive energy. And for some of you, this doesn't even just have to be about like romantic. Like I said, it's platonic, but there's also something about with the platonic connections, you loving, you know, your friend or your sister or your brother so much, and showing that and radiating that, and being an example of that, that is literally transforming people. Like, I'm seeing people walk past you and this person, whether it's a friend or a partner, and people just looking at you in awe, just being like, oh my gosh, like what is that I can feel? They can't necessarily see it, but they know that it's radiating from you and this person. They can feel it, but they can't see it. You know, you may even be in a space where, and this could be happening to you already, where by yourself you get a lot of looks, but when you're with this person, it's like it's amplified, because you literally, with this person or these people, you have met your match. You are all radiating this source energy, just high vibrational love, this love that holds no bounds, this love that is just, it's so intense that it brings you to tears, the tears of pure love and joy. It kind of reminds me of, like, for those of you that know about like Joe Dispenza, where he talks about heart coherence, and when you can feel the extent of love in your chest, and you really feel it for the first time, just like when you cry over something that's so painful. But this is the opposite, where you cry because the love is so intense. It's like, this is what you are doing to people. You are causing heart coherences with this union love, this romantic love, this platonic love. And I feel like for some of you, the love is being there's a love that's growing between you and a person, or you and a friend. I feel like some of you may notice that your friendships are improving, or you're noticing that you're becoming closer with the people that you may have felt like you was at a distance from at one stage of time. There's something about like you and that person now matching up on the frequencies. It's like, you know, when they say that sometimes there are certain people that are just can't walk the path with you, but it's kind of different. It's almost as if the path that you were on previously, you both couldn't walk that path, or all of you couldn't walk that path together. However, all of your individual independent paths have now come back into one massive 4-lane path, and you're all walking on this path together, because this next part of your journey requires all of you now. Because sometimes when you do get separated from somebody, or for some reason you outgrow someone, or there's just some type of separation, the separation doesn't always have to be permanent. It might just be for one chapter of your life before you come back together with that person in order to do life with them, or to really, you know, work out on your mission of what it is that you came and agreed to do in this realm, on this earth, on this planet, and how to work with her. Okay, work with Mama Earth, right? So this is what I'm seeing. It's like, with you coming back on this path, and the reason why all of you have come back on this path is because there was a lot of groundwork that you had to do when it came to your heart space, when it came to your heart chakra, when it came to the aspects of the higher heart as well. And some of this work that you was doing wasn't just work of your own, it was ancestral work. It was working on the aspects of where your ancestors didn't know how to extend love or express love, or where their love was suppressed, okay? And where they had to express love in a different way other than how they truly wanted to express that love. And also this journey by yourselves before you had to come back together on this 4-lane path. I keep hearing 4-lane path, seeing a 4-lane path, right? But each person is on this 4-lane path, and they're all walking together, right? It's that there was something here about you had to go through, I'm hearing trials of fire. You had to go through trials and tribulations to understand what unconditional love was, and what, you know, the different patternings and the different understandings and the different expressions of love within this energy, or this header, this whole, you know, bracket of the word love. Okay, there were certain things that you needed to learn, like you needed to learn how to express love, but then you also needed to learn how other people express love. So for instance, some people express love through saying the words I love you, but then other people express love through their actions or services to you. What do you need? How can I do this for you? And then some other people express words through touch, hugs, you know, kisses, or massages, or things like that. Like, you are learning the different aspects of love so that in any given situations with these platonic partnerships or with these romantic partnerships, you could understand how each person or how your person expresses love and be okay with that. Be okay with that. Okay? Something about a chameleon here. Yeah? Like the shifting ways of how love can be showed and displayed and expressed and embodied. And I feel like some of you are on this journey to actually embody love. And this is why you had to go through the trials of fire. This is why you had to go through your tribulations when it came to matters of the heart, because Source is really getting you to understand what the ultimate aspect of unconditional love is, right? Outside of, just this cliche of I love you. Like, what does it mean to love? How do you express that love? When someone hurts you, do you hold a grudge? Do you withdraw love? Or do you still extend love to that situation and say, do you know what? That happened. They did this. I take responsibility for my part. And you're hoping that they would take responsibility for theirs, but there's no love lost. Okay? There's something here about how our ancestors used to do things, where it was a thing of, regardless of if someone would have done something wrong, there was this loving forgiveness. They weren't isolated or ridiculed. They were forgiven and integrated back into their own knowing of love. They would nurture them with love to get them back to a space of love. Okay? It's like there's something here about being one with all things, right? Someone could make a mistake, but there's still this aspect of not withdrawing love, but still loving them, okay? And being authentic about that no one is perfect, but because that person might not be up to your standards, does that give you the right to withdraw love from them? And this is a deeper concept. This is a higher level concept, okay? Because this is similar to the message I did about Yeshua, but it's a higher level concept. Because let's be honest, when we go through situations where people have hurt us or they've wronged us and so on and so forth, we've made them the villain in our story, or they've made us the villain in their story. But the truth of the matter is that if you have had the awareness, that is, to really see the situation for what it is, that person has helped you. And I would hope so, that, or I would intend so, that person helped you to become better, and you are now in a better position and have a better level of awareness of what you are going to deal with as opposed to what you won't deal with, but also have the lessons in your tool belt of how to handle that situation or those people or that circumstance if it was to ever happen again. Okay? So there's like this level of awareness where it's like, okay, this person did such and such to me, but you know what? In them doing that to me, they actually taught me how to stand up for myself. They taught me how to continue to choose myself. They taught me how to have boundaries. They taught me what love wasn't. They taught me what love is. There's so much to be learned. There's so much to be seen, because this whole experience is about expanding through lessons. And yes, some of those lessons can be painful, but those lessons are really to bring you back to a space of love. And I feel like that's why those independent paths were carved, where people were taken away or you had to disconnect from certain people so you could really just understand this deeper knowing of love. And now that you've come back, you've all come back with this deeper understanding of love. And now that you've done that, you have become the literal embodiment of what love is, of what unconditional love is. And with you walking the same path as these either 4 people or more, or just you and this other person, it is now literally transforming as you walk the streets of whatever city you're in, or go into the spaces of whatever spaces you're going into. It's ultimately transformational. It's an energy where you cannot feel it if you're in the same vicinity as you and this other person. People feel it instantly. It's changing. It's like I said, I'm just seeing people in tears and they don't even understand why they're in tears. I see people coming up to you saying that I love you and I love you guys together. I don't know what you've done to me. Confirmation, but I'm seeing you and these people and these individuals just out here just spreading like the word of love, or being in this space of teaching people what love is. I'm seeing, like, for some of you it could be workshops and things of that nature, but there is something here huge. And I feel like this is also where it comes to, some of you are shifting into certain directions that you never in a million years, if someone would have told you 10 years ago you're going to be speaking about love, or you're going to be doing workshops about this, or you would have told these people that they're crazy and they need to go and take their crazy ass somewhere else and to come out your face. Because you would have never thought that you being, say, in an office job, going from an office job to being someone who is known for their workshops about, coming together in community and love and things like that, would be something that you'd be doing. Like, you're having a complete career shift, complete identity shift, complete being integration. Okay, because I feel like what you're experiencing is literally you integrating your higher self. Your higher self has always been this person. Your higher self has always been in this space of holding these integration codes of love. It's just that now your physical vessel is now able to, has the capacity to hold this energy of your higher self even more so. That's who you're transforming into, which is why you've had to go through the trials and tribulations. For some of you with your health, for some of you with your heart, some of you could be noticing that you're having miraculous healing in your body, right? And all of these things. It's because whatever you had to go through, all of the integrations you had to go through, you've either completed them now, or they are coming to completion. 2026 is going to look very, very different for you. Incredibly different for you. Different in a way where you're like, I didn't even know that this was possible. I didn't even know that this is something that was written in my destiny or blueprint plan. Like, how did we get here? And for those of you that are coming into unions, this person is unlike anyone you've ever dealt with before. And for those of you that are in partnerships, some of you that haven't been happy, there's something here about your partners are going to be experiencing walk-ins. So like a soul swap. Not to the point where it's like this person's completely different, but enough for you to realize that there is the certain subtleties of this person having this change in character and personality. And this is not a bad thing. It's just that I believe that for some of you, the traumas that the person that you're with currently, what their soul has been through, it's fractured the spirit or the energy so much. The body's holding on to so much energy that it was causing your person not to be able to shift. And in order for them to shift, or that avatar to shift, a new soul's presence needed to come in to kind of shake things up. An energy that was a little bit more powerful. And it could be the walking is another aspect of them, but just from like a different timeline, or a more upgraded energy spark or source or reflection. Okay, it's kind of what they're showing me. It's like a swap out of the old person, right? It's like they're showing me, like when you buy things in threes, you run out of butter and then you replace it with the other butter that you've got in the freezer. It's kind of like that. right? When one's kind of finished coming, there's another one to replace it, same flavor, same ingredients, and so on and so forth, but it's just more of it. It's kind of like that. There's just this upgraded soul, right? I don't know if that was a good analogy, but that's literally what I'm seeing. Okay, um it's kind of what I'm seeing. So your partner, there is something here about your partner now going to be able to grow with you, to nurture you in the way that you need to be nurtured, right? Because I feel like you've been doing this work, and I feel like you've been in a space of, either praying or setting intentions or meditating and saying, I don't want to lose this person, but I feel like I'm outgrowing them. But soon you're going to start to see that this person is now on a level where they're going to start growing with you and being on the same level that you're currently at. So some of you don't necessarily need to worry. Now use your discernment with this, because if you are in a toxic situation, this is not me saying you need to stay. This is me saying you need to be a person who is discerning enough to know when your heart is saying, okay, this is not working for me. And because you've done so much hard work, because you've gone through so much changes, because you've gone through so much integration and upgrades, okay, this is what you are being told. Okay, so have discernment about this. But those of you that are not in relationships, this is unlike anyone you have ever dealt with. And for some of you, this is going to be like a very unusual couple. This is going to be a couple that people would have never thought would have ever worked. And for some of you, you're coming into union with people who initially didn't even want a relationship, but the energy between you guys is so intense. They can't deny that this is literally source given, source has provided. It's literally like divinely orchestrated. This person cannot deny it, which is why they have no apprehensions about it. I'm seeing that this person never thought that they would be able to get into a relationship. They knew that they were different, they knew they were operating different, and there's something about them being committed to a mission that they are currently on, or being committed to a certain path that they're currently on. And with them being committed to this path, they felt that there was no leeway to have a relationship, because all of their heart and everything that they currently have learned and they are doing is embedded in their mission, is embedded in their task. So there's no space for relationships. But because both your morals, or all of your morals, line up together and your missions are very similar, it's like it's coming together to make a bigger picture. It's coming together to create a bigger whole, more wholesomeness, okay? And this is going to surprise this person, but this is also what is going to solidify for this person that this is divinely orchestrated, and that you are the person that they are supposed to be with in this life, not just for them to experience the greatest love that they have yet to experience, but because it's so important for the realm as a whole, and it's transformational, and it's about to collapse so many different timelines for so many people and create this heaven on earth even more so, to a great degree, that all of us, okay, on a subconscious and soul level, know that we want to experience right now, okay? So this is deep work. So if you've been in this space of purging, feeling all these emotions and so on and so forth, I would say continue to keep doing that, and really give yourself, and here's a challenge for you, really give yourself permission to write out on a piece of paper all of the people that have hurt you romantically, all of the people that have hurt you platonically, and be in a space of really sitting with what they have taught you. Write out how they've hurt you, and then write out what lesson did you learn from it. And you will see that every single person had some type of gifted lesson that they presented to you. They gave you, they presented a lesson which was a gift to you. But it's up to you to see it as a gift. Because some of the lessons were hard. Some of them hurt like hell. Some of them have maybe even left scars. Some of them maybe have even left, certain frightful memories within you. But what if you could be in a space of realizing how powerful you are and how transformational your love is, that you can alchemize those nightmares. you can alchemize that healing to heal your scars, to clear your scars, and change your scar into a beauty mark. Oof. Alchemize your scars and turn them into beauty marks. This is some deep work. But Spirit's like, you're ready for this. And these unions are coming in real quick too. For some of you, I keep getting 2. So some of you, it could be from 2 weeks to even 2 to 4 months. Okay? Some of you, I'm hearing like March, between March and July. But this is going to be like unlike anything you've ever experienced. Unlike anything you've ever experienced. To the greatest degree. To the greatest degree. And I feel like some of you have been in a space where you've literally given up on that aspect of whether, for those of you that are single, then again, some of you I'm hearing that are in relationships, you've said that if you get out of this relationship, you ain't never going into another one again. Because some of you from when you were so young have seen what it's like or have dreamt up, because if it's in your imagination, it means that it can be created. You've seen it in your mind's eye. You've felt it, of what true partnership and connection feels like. You know it. You can taste it, right? It's something about roses. I'm hearing like it's as, for what you've imagined, it's as pretty as roses, okay? Roses that have gone to full bloom, right? But because of how, life has been, society has been, you have never really experienced that level of love, of what you know to be love with another human being. But you will. It's coming. And maybe some of you have been hearing this over and over and over again, but I can assure you, you will experience it. But it's for you to know it and for you to trust that it's on its way to you. Regardless of how long it takes, it's on its way to you. And this, what you're going to experience, doesn't, like I said, it doesn't just have to be romantic. It can be platonic as well, because we have friends, family members, pets that are soulmates. And sometimes they are the one that shows us the greatest degree of love that we didn't even know we had the capacity for. So yeah, I feel like that's the message. And some of you could be getting new pets, something about adopting new pets. Okay. But yeah, I feel like that's the message. So I trust and I intend that message resonates. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.